Where are you from, dead boy?
I'm from. Guess it. Take a guess on it.
China.
Yeah.
Cambodia.
Are you hacking?
No. Nah. Nah. Not every
That's
Chinese
that's
player
a
has.
reason. Yeah, it's a reasonable question though, right?
Yeah. It's just
I
there
don't.
all
I don't
kinds
know,
of.
Guardian.
There's all kind
Guardian, are
of.
you enslaving people and conquering continents?
I know there's all
Okay.
kinds of stereotype in this world. It's like
Chinese hackers is not a stereotype. It's a fact.
yeah, that's the
Neither
fact.
are
I
white
know.
European conquerors.
It's just like the
I
other
mean, come
day,
on.
I met a racist American. I can't say all American is racist, right?
A lot of them
Yeah,
are.
a lot of them are. You could actually say that, yes.
I disagree though, man. We're a very
Well, you're from North
that
Carolina, so you're
we're a
guaranteed to be
very
racist.
I know,
yeah,
just the
we're a
individual
very
is
diverse
different.
country. How many black people do you see over there in China? We've got a bunch here, and we all get along.
Diversity is not an equivalency to a lack of racism.
Of course, it's not an equivalency, but it's got to be better than having no diversity at
It's
all.
no. It's actually a better indicator of racism.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
Yes, it does. Homogenous countries don't have racism because there's nobody to be racist against, so they're just not racist. Multicultural countries like America are actually going through the growing pains of learning to be multiculturalism, and their differences sometimes separate them.
Yeah.
I still don't think the average American's dumb enough to think that their race is better just because the fucking color of their skin.
I'm not trying
It's
to
really
say
ignorant.
American racism, but just some of them, just like there are always percentage of people has kind of some sort of bad behavior. That saying, but you
I
can't
will
talk
say,
to all.
so you could say that you hate Chinese people and it's not racist.
Yeah, it's an ethnicity.
It's actually a nationalism.
A
China
nationality.
is made
Yeah,
up
I
of
gotcha.
all kinds of ethnicities.
I mean, the other day that American that I met, he just said that he just keeps saying like buying Chinese wife and nobody want to go to China and so on things, but just there's no reason for him to say all these things. He just say it for no reason. Nobody ever bothered him.
He's trolling. He's trolling.
Yeah,
Well, I
he's
mean, other than coronavirus and the whole markets, I think what America's learned recently is that in China they eat almost anything. But you have to remember, most people get their information from
Hardly.
food, right? I think the other thing we see a lot in the news from China is excessive or a lot of theft of intellectual property or ideas or technology from U.S. companies.
Yeah, like all the time saying stealing from American, something like that.
So I think a big part of Chinese culture is competition at any cost to win.
You know a lot, really. That's true. It's like Chinese people will like get together to get things done, and in this progress, possibly there will be sacrifice or anything, but we have to like be strong.
Yeah, I've seen on YouTube the Chinese military recruitment videos, and they look very, very similar to what the same message the United States used in World War II.
No, a lot of people blame Chinese. The majority of hackers are Chinese.
Oh yeah, I'm a good one. At least I'm a good one.
But it's really crazy to think that you're better than somebody just because of what country you're from.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's also the truth.
I have a hard time wrapping my head around racism, like real racism, not prejudice. But
I think you just you better just curse not to be racism. I don't think that's good.
So take my friend for example.
Yeah.
He had a certain race kill his brother.
What?
So now, a certain race, a certain ethnicity,
Yeah. Kill his
killed
brother
killed
in
his
real
brother.
life? In real life?
Uh-huh.
Whoa, that's a crime.
Would you be more inclined to accept the fact that he used that ethnicity a little more
People.
differently than the others?
People.
I would think his judgment's clouded.
It is clouded, but it's from his life
Here
experience.
right now.
I like to think there could be some education problem. What do you think?
They're riding around Severny towards the beach.
There is an education problem.
It's just what
That's
he is.
That's a global issue, though. That's a global issue.
Global issue. Yeah,
But I
maybe.
don't think that's where racism stems from. I think it just stems from ignorance and stupidity.
I mean, besides the coronavirus, I heard that there is a flu in America. Is that right?
Yeah.
It's worst flu season in a decade.
And you guys good? Protect yourself? Yeah. Is that serious?
I think we've had around 16,000 deaths this year so far.
Where your government or authority do anything to prevent it or stop it or warn you not to? Yeah. Something like that.
I mean, this is just to get a flu shot, but wash your hands. Dead boy. What's a big Chinese stereotype about Americans?
Chinese stereotype towards American. I mean,
Yeah.
Alright.
the couple years before, we
Uh.
generally just said like positive attitude towards American because our relationship is not that bad as today, right? Like 2080 or 2019, like things really changed. Like we seems like having a war with all aspects. So like people right now in China holds mostly passive and negative attitude
Getting the
towards
bike,
American.
dog.